A lot of you have asked for this, so here is part 1 of a tutorial on how to style a Jinx wig. The very first thing you're going to want to do is crimp the entire wig. When working with synthetic wigs such as this, I tend to use the technique where I crisscross the crimping iron near the scalp of the wig, and this will help minimize how visual the crimp marks are. Now next, I am going to braid all of the hair that I'm not going to cut off. I'm going to braid it and get it out of the way. Also, if you can see me talking or singing throughout the videos, it's because I was listening to 21 Pilots. This wig in particular has a section of it that has a false scalp. We're going to remove that very carefully. I could not find my seam ripper, so I'm using a utility knife, but I recommend seam ripping it instead. And now we're going to completely remove that section. And as you can see here, she now has a bald spot where the false scalp was removed. The next thing we're going to want to do is cut off the bangs, and you're going to want to cut as close to the wig cap as you can possibly get without cutting the wig cap. Once that is done, you're also going to want to cut the hair from the first 2 rows of the front of the wig. This is so that we can build the false hairline in its place later on. Then you're going to want to braid all of the hair that you're not cutting so that it's out of the way. Once that is done, you're going to want to take some Uhu glue or some clear Aleene's tacky glue, and you're going to want to glue down the sections where the hair has been removed. The next thing we're going to do is take some quilt batting foam, and you're going to cut it out to fit the sections where the hair has been removed. Then we're going to hot glue that down. Be sure the foam is glued down well, because this is going to be our foundation for building the structure for the rest of the wig. The next thing you're going to want to do is use a heat gun on the foam to stiffen it up a little bit. Just be sure not to burn it or put holes in it. Now we're going to build the structure for the bangs. In order to do this, I took some 16 gauge wire and a reference photo of Jinx, and I shaped the wire into the shape that I wanted it to be. Now, you're going to want to take 2 pieces of wire and shape them into the same shape, and you're going to want to attach them to the wig with hot glue. Here's what the wire looks like from the front. Here I am continuing to shape the wire into the shape that I want it to be so that it will rest in that shape. You want to make sure that your wire is properly shaped before you glue it down and before you tape it to the other piece of wire, simply because of the fact that once it is attached to another piece of wire, it is going to be hard to reshape. So now I am gluing the wire down once it is properly shaped, and then we're going to take the other piece of wire and we're going to also attach that, and then we're going to tape them together. You will repeat this process for the rest of the structure. Once your structure is built, you're going to want to paint everything to match the color of the wig. But that's it for part 1. Make sure to watch out for part 2.